I forgot your name, so
John and Anthony.
You can take me out at any time. Ooh, this is low. Can this go high? All right. So how's everybody doing? All right. It's so funny you think I give a shit. So anyway, I got here on the 405 tonight, and that's one freeway that is appropriately named, because anywhere you need to go on the 405, near or far, it's going to take you 4 hours and 5 minutes to get there. You know, and I made it here alive, and it's a miracle. I did not crash and burn. I didn't have my wife with me, and I don't know how I made it, because she helps me so much in my driving. She helps me. And I don't know how I survived to this point in my age, and I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I don't know how I made it without her the whole time, because she helps me so much. Like, slow down! Speed up! Look out for the woman in the walker! Don't hit the cat! And that's where I draw the line. Because if I miss the cat, I'm going to swerve and I will crash and burn. And definitely crash and burn. And so, you know, I'm not going to wreck my $20,000 automobile for some 28-cent cat. Let's do the math. 20,000 goes over 28 one time, nothing left over. And you ever notice these passive-aggressive drivers, in lieu of flipping you off, they turn their lights on you? Well, that pisses me off even more. Can you just man up and flip me off, please? And you never notice that some of these drivers, they drive like they're dense, and you almost, you know, forgive their bad driving. This motherfucker's backing into traffic! Oh, the whole back end of his car is smashed in. Okay, I feel you, man. I got you. We're good. You know, I haven't done comedy in a while, and Joey brought me out here. The last time I did it was at Pizza by the Slice, or Comedy by the Slice at Padone's Pizza Place. And you know, the word around town is I bombed there. Guilty, with an excuse. They made me take a dive for the headliner. And they paid me off in pizza. And they told me if I went anywhere and complained and they found out about it, I'd never do any more comedy in this town again, including this venue. Well, a half-eaten piece of pizza that they dug out of the trash hardly counts as a pizza. It was good, though. You know, but there's some kind of pecking order in comedy, so I guess that makes the headliner the #1 pecker. But comedy, you know, it's brutal. That's why I'm a musician. It's completely brutal, and you know, there's no safe space, there's no comfort dog, and you do not get a participation trophy. You know that participation trophy stuff and the no keeping score thing? You know, that's fine for children of soccer moms. But my concern is that somehow this will find its way into football. And when I was a freshman, we could have used something like that because we didn't even win a game. And we wouldn't have really got that trophy because you kind of have to participate. And, you know, I don't blame the coaches, don't blame the players, I don't even blame the cheerleaders. I blame the mascot. Because we were the Torrance High Tartars. Anyone go to Torrance High? Anybody even know what a tartar is? Turns out, they were wiped out by the Mongols. So that's not a good way to start a winning tradition, is it? But you know, college football, that's already way too confusing. Can somebody please tell me why the Big Ten has 12 teams and the Big 12 has 10 teams? But pro football, that's the problem. Because right off the bat, that's going to drive the bettors out of their minds. I'd like to place $500 on the Patriots to participate. Playoffs, that take on a whole nother meaning. And the Super Bowl, don't even get me started on that because they might as well just hand the ball off to Lady Gaga. And no, I will not discuss the current state of pro football and all the controversy that's going on with it. I will not be controversial, I refuse. So instead I'll talk about Michael Vick. You know that Michael Vick was the #1 man to hate. People love to hate him, you know, but once he became the underdog, people started rooting for him. And after he got out of prison, he fought like a dog to get back on that field. But now he wants to get a dog. And I think they should make him start out with a cat. And not a domestic cat, but, you know, a lion, tiger, puma or something. I'd like to see him drown one of those bad boys. They eat him for breakfast. But I think he needed to get some religion. I think he did, you know. Anybody go to church on Sunday? Anybody go to church this Sunday? You know, I didn't. You know why? I could not find, there just is no good Quran-burning churches anymore. You know, and I would have settled for one that melted down little plastic Buddhas. And why does every major religion require some sort of fasting? I mean, you have to starve to death just to prove your devotion? Can't you go to the guy, hey, I believe all the shit you're saying, but can I get a sandwich or something? So, you know, a lot of people, it's shining the light. So, you know what? This beats a root canal. It does. Because the last thing in the world you want is a root canal. Because after they've already drilled your tooth down to nothing, they got more drilling to do. And this time they're going deep. You feel like Ned in the middle of The Unforgiven. We're not going to hurt you gentle like before. This time we're going to hurt you bad. You know, and this probably went over everybody's head, but, you know, I just went to my 45th high school reunion, and, you know, they give you a picture of what you looked like in high school. And I looked just like Justin Bieber, so I didn't understand why I wasn't popular in high school. I had the right look. Problem was, it was 45 years too early. So you're saying yourselves, and I know the light shining in my face, but I'm going to tell you this anyway. You're saying to yourselves, well, this old guy, he ain't going to talk about back in the day, is he? Because they didn't have shit back in the day. They didn't have texting, sexting, nothing. There's one other thing we didn't have. HIV, AIDS, which meant all sex was safe sex. So we had safe sex and safer sex. Which also meant if you were a guy, and fortunately I was, if you went to a bar party or even in the middle of the street and you met a woman, you were going to have sex that night. So, every once in a while, you would get a woman who would get some sort of, want to save some sort of moral fiber in her being. Like, that's going to happen. And say, you know, we just met tonight, we're going to have sex, and I don't know you, and we just met and everything. What do you think of me? What do you think of me? Well, honey, to be quite honest with you, I think you'd be a lot better fuck. You didn't ask so many questions. That's it. Light's gone.
Marty Mar, everybody! Yes. Love it. Like, yeah. Like, sex used to be awesome, right? And then humans ruined it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Like, there's a time where, like...
AIDS ruined it.
Yeah, AIDS ruined it.
These would be free sex, free for all. It was great.
Yeah, one of the few things
that was back in the